All right, so I just got finished up with my trading session for the day. I took one scalp on NASDAQ. Pretty much everything else that I like to watch, whether it's gold, oil, natural gas, they were all pretty choppy in the pre-market. There's no real trend I have to work with, so everything I take is just a lower probability. And even NASDAQ and ES didn't have the best trend during pre-market. But I started noticing some things that really favored longs for the day, and I'll kind of show you what that is. And I was able to capitalize on that move. I ended up making 216 at my 15 PA Apex accounts. So in total, made just over $3,200 in profit on the day. Now, if you guys don't know how I trade already, I'm a trend pullback trader, right? So I'm trying to establish some kind of trend. Ideally want to see a strong trend in the pre-market and trade the pullbacks. Now, we can see on NASDAQ, we didn't have the best pre-market trend, but obviously like on a bigger time frame, we're uptrending. We finally passed this resistance area. And what I noticed, kind of when I started looking at the market was this old resistance was turning into new support this morning when the market opened. So I knew if we held above this level, long should be the play today. Long should be in favor, even though we didn't have the best pre-market trend. We can see other things I watch. For example, like let's say gold. We can see gold in the pre-market today was kind of choppy. Wasn't really a clear trend. I guess you could argue there's a downtrend, but it was kind of just back and forth. There wasn't a true edge in there. We could look at oil. Also had a pretty choppy pre-market as well. So anyways, I thought NQ was the best opportunity, especially holding this old support area. This is a key resistance level. And as you know, old resistance tends to become new support once you broke above it. So anyways, if we go into the 2-minute time frame, basically what I was watching for was, first off, like I said, I'm a trend pullback trader. So trend was favored up as long as we held above this level. And as you can see, we got our first pullback here. And notice my main confirmation for me to get in, right? This is the RMAC. This combines the RSI and the MACD together. So what we noticed about this is when we got our first pop up right at around 9:40 Eastern time, right? Check out what the RMAC did. It spiked up, but for me to get long, it has to close above this top line. Notice how it wasn't even close yet, right? It didn't even get above the bottom line. Then we chopped around a bit. We got some good volume down at the lows, which is another confirmation. I want to see volume at the lows of the pullback. Chopped around a little bit more, and then what do we notice here, right? We started getting some buying coming in, right? And all of a sudden, on this candle closed, right, and our RMAC got above our top line. Now, what do we notice, right? We're pretty much at the same price as we were on this candle, right, with this candle here. And notice how different the RMAC is, right? So at this point, since we're pretty much at the same price as we were here, it tells me, the trend is ready to move. We're ready to actually go. And that's what gave me confirmation to get in. Now, I didn't want to enter way up here because we did have some resistance. So what I did was I just put a limit order pretty much at the bottom of my confirmation candle, right? So this is my confirmation candle. I put a limit order at the very bottom of the candle to see if I would get filled. If not, I would just, maybe wait for another setup, or I was also fine with not taking a trade today. We got some news later in the day with FOMC. So anyways, if we go to the normal candlesticks, you'll be able to see this better. Let me zoom in here. As you can see, this is the confirmation candle right here. Put a limit order towards the bottom of that candle, and I ended up getting filled. I actually got filled at 274 is where I had my order. So on this pullback on this candle, I basically got in at the very bottom, was able to get a really low risk entry. I wanted to put my stop down here to explain why I put my stop down here was mainly from this candle. This also kind of matched up with the 5-minute Heikin Ashi candle. This is where most of the volume was. You can see we had increased volume, and this was like the start of the green candle. So I figured this would be a good stop. Is also below VWAP. So there's multiple confirmations for my stop loss there. And, since I got filled at 274, got a good entry, I just put down a 1-to-1 risk reward, and that ended up being right at 292 or so was my take profit. And from there, we pretty much just ripped straight up, and we kept going up this whole time. Probably should have held this longer. Again, I was just looking for consistent base hits. I didn't know if we'd be more choppy because of news and CPI tomorrow. So I was just really looking for that 1-to-1 risk reward. End up playing out very nicely and end up catching around 17 points or so on NASDAQ today. So anyways, that was pretty much my one and only trade today. I don't plan on taking another trade. We've been trending up this whole time, but we could have got into another trade right here, another pullback. And, on these pullbacks, right, notice the RMAC is below the top line. So I think the trend is going to start to die down. Maybe we retest VWAP. We'll go and see what happens. But overall, I'm finished for the day. We still got 2 more days of the trading week left. So just going to go ahead and wait for those and prepare. So anyways, guys, that's going to wrap up my trade recap for the day. Also, guys, if you don't know, I trade live every single day on Zoom, Monday through Friday inside my Inner Circle group. And right now I'm running a 7-day free trial for anyone who wants to join. Be able to trade live with me, be in the session. You'll be able to ask me questions, see my screen in real time, see all my entries and exits. If you think a group like that would be helpful for you and you want to take advantage of this free 7-day trial, we'd love to have you inside. All you have to do is go to the first link in the description below or just head over to this link right here to go ahead and take advantage of that 7-day free trial. So anyways, guys, that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow for another trading session at Market Open. Looking forward to myself. We do have CPI dropping tomorrow, so we'll see what kind of volatility that strikes in the market. I'll go ahead and see you then.